My name is Angela Gorman, and I wanted to give you just a little bit about my experience working with Steffie Hands as my real estate agent. The process of selling my family home in Los Altos has been so challenging and so difficult, and really actually one of the most difficult things that I've ever done in my life. My grandparents were the original owners of this beautiful home, and my grandmother passed away at 92 just a couple of years ago. And my siblings and I were faced with the challenge of how to proceed with the house. We didn't want to sell the house, but it seemed to be the most practical option. Moving into this experience, I felt completely paralyzed. I had no idea what to expect or what I was looking at. And as I dove into the process of moving 3 generations out of this house, it was very emotionally, psychologically, and financially taxing on me, to the point where I was really in a full-on emotional meltdown mode. I had no idea what to do. I had several real estates that came over, and I met with several people, but I just kind of felt like a little fish amongst sharks. I didn't know who to trust. And that's where I met Desi. I walked into an open house just wanting to see what else was going on in the neighborhood, but actually had at that point kind of given up hope in finding somebody who I can trust to carry me through this process. And immediately I felt safe, and I felt held, and I felt like there was this innocence, this kind of unconditional love that I felt I could just kind of melt into like an ice cube. And when he came over with Steffie, that's where the magic really happened, because I not only felt completely held and supported, but I felt that there was somebody that I can trust, that was secure and confident and really looking out for my best interest, and also really able to support the lineage of the home and the sentimental value. And she could also really help to emotionally support me with what I was dealing with at the time. The process going through the sale of this house has been so challenging. It's been one thing after another. A lot of legal stuff came up on the title of this house that I had no idea existed. And it's been a constant feeling of like one impossible situation after the next, almost like watching like a Marvel comic movie. And Steffie has been my superhero. She has come through and like saved the day over and over and over again. And it's even times when I felt like I really wanted to be anxious, it's like having her be there and just say, no, this is what we're doing. No, we're just going to do this. No, A, B, C. And then we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. It's been amazing how I've just been able to be like, oh, okay. She's been my tour guide really through this spelunking in this in this cavern of chaos. And I felt so grateful to have her in my corner. And everything that's come up, every roadblock that's come up has not been a roadblock to her. It's been an opportunity. And she has been able to work with the legal issues, the financial issues, the things that came up with our buyers, the things that came up in my life personally, the things that came up with my siblings, because we're partial owners. There's 3 of us. We're spread out all over the place. And so getting papers signed and all these things in timely manners has been this process that I felt was maybe going to stalemate this whole thing. But the way that Steffie has made things happen has been so easy and so fluid. And I've just felt so grateful to have her in my corner. She brings not only an aspect to this process that's incredibly practical and incredibly secure financially, but she also brings this like amazing spiritual element to her work. And to me, I call her a shamaness because she's working with the transition of lands and and rites of passage, and these incredible transition times in our lives where we're moving out or we're moving in, and things are changing hands, and we're moving forward, and there's beginnings and there's endings. And traditionally, tribally, there was a medicine woman or a medicine man that would help people through these processes. And Steffie brings this incredible element to her work where she actually is a healing force. If it wasn't for Steffie in this process, I feel like I wouldn't have grown and healed the way that I have. I feel like my family is honored. I feel like what we've done to the house has honored my family. I feel comfortable moving forward. And I feel like I've left nothing behind. And 3 months ago, if you would have asked me how I would have felt at the end of this process, I couldn't have imagined this sense of like wholeness that I feel as I'm moving forward in my life and as my siblings are moving forward in their lives. Thank you.